Hi, I'm Coulter with 8-Ounce Coffee here. I work in customer experience, and today we are going to make 3 kinds of hot chocolate recipes for the holidays. So for the first one, we're going to be using the Rebel Hot Chocolate mix that we sell on our storefront. Now this is just single serve, so pour into your cup and go. We're going to be using that one to make what are we doing, peppermint first? We're going to be using that one to make Peppermint Hot Chocolate today. Now, it's going to be a bit of a mess because we are going to use candy cane. So we're going to have our hot chocolate, we're going to steam some milk, we're going to melt candy cane down in for peppermint flavoring, and then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of candy cane on top of the whipped cream when we're finished. Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but life is short. Use milk to make your hot chocolate. Trust me, just use the milk. Milk additive, oat milk, almond milk, whatever your alternative is. Just don't use water. Please trust me on this, I beg you. All right, so we're gonna go melt our candy cane and heat our milk and then come right back, and due to the magic of film editing, you're not even gonna notice a difference. All right, so we've got our melted peppermint candy cane here. So you just want to mix your Rebel chocolate in, mix a little bit of milk in. Once you've got a consistent mix, add in the rest of your milk. All right, and then now for my favorite part, a little bit of razzle dazzle. So there's your razzle, and now here comes the dazzle. This is going to be very messy at home. Don't worry about that. I can't stress this enough. Cleanup is for after you enjoy your hot chocolate. I crushed this with the bottom of a milk pitcher. You might find a better technique at home that's going to yield to less mess. But overall, you just want a nice, pretty finish to your hot chocolate. And then for the cherry on top here, you're going to go through your entire box of candy canes to realize that you have only 4 in the entire box that are unbroken, and you'll break 2 of those trying to open them. And then the ones you have left for garnish. And now for the moment of truth, the taste test. That is a delicious peppermint hot chocolate, and you can't have any, not until you make your own. All right, so for hot chocolate number 2, we've cleaned up our table, our presentation is back reset to 0, and now we're going to be making an eggnog hot chocolate. And I really have to say, eggnog is the backbone of the holiday season, so you should definitely try to make one yourself at home. We're going to be using the Rebel chocolate milk again for this one, as well as some oat milk eggnog here. And then we'll be putting a little bit of sprinkle on top because, again, the word of the day is razzle dazzle. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop right now to go steam some oat milk, or some eggnog oat milk. And once we're done that, we will be back with the magic of editing to make our hot chocolate. All right, so we're back with our steamed eggnog oat milk. Boy, that's a mouthful to say. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to take our Rebel chocolate mix, pour it all into our Lino 10-ounce mug here, made by Creed & Co. Made by Not Neutral. Once you've got it all mixed, use the same technique as we did with the peppermint hot chocolate. Pour a little bit of your steamed eggnog in there, just to stir it up, get the bottom into a decent consistency, and then you'll add the rest of your milk and mix it up properly at that point. So let's get started here. So just a little bit of pour, like I mentioned, but seeing is believing. So stir that up until you see that become a nice chocolate consistency. Once you've got your chocolate consistency, something a little more liquidy, you're gonna start adding in the rest of your eggnog and mixing up as you go. What you want to see is a nice velvety smooth hot chocolate start to form. Leave a little bit of room at the top for your whipped cream as we did with our last one. And now let's get started on that pizzazz. Now personally, I'm of the belief that the more whipped cream you use, the better your hot chocolate's going to be, but that's always going to be a personal preference. I'm going to take our sprinkles here. Just add a couple festive drops on there. It's very hard to pour on here without making a mess, but I'm just leaning fully into the mess at this point. And all right, there you have it, an eggnog hot chocolate. And let me tell you, it smells delicious. I'm also gonna have this one so you can't, but you can hopefully make it yourself and try it out at home. All right, now for the big reveal. Oh, that's delicious. Tastes like Christmas morning. All right, and so for our final hot chocolate today, we're going with a personal favorite of mine, a cinnamon bun hot chocolate. Now, this definitely hits closer to home for me. It reminds me of at home as a kid. Every Christmas morning we would have freshly baked cinnamon buns and coffee once I got old enough to drink that with it, but it was always the cinnamon buns that made it Christmas morning to me. So we're gonna be a little freestyle on this recipe. We're gonna try out a white hot chocolate with cinnamon bun flavoring and cinnamon bun for garnish. So we're gonna start off by pouring roughly half a cup of white chocolate chips into our chocolate cup here. Chocolate cup. It will be a chocolate cup. Once you've got that, we're gonna go melt this down now, and then we'll be right back to carry on with this recipe. All right, so for this one, we're gonna mix all our ingredients directly into the chocolate before we start mixing in our steamed milk. And you're gonna take about a half a tablespoon of brown sugar, roughly a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now we're gonna free pour, so let's see how this goes for me. Pretty solid, I like that. And then ignore the label, this is only the finest name brand vanilla that we have here. We're gonna take about a capful of that and mix it in as well. Once you get your chocolate and ingredients mixed in, and don't mind the scratches on my hand, I just got a new kitten, so it's been a nice fun adjustment period, and I wouldn't change it for anything. Get kind of a nice dough-like consistency with your ingredients, and then start mixing in your milk. And then you once again just want to mix it a little as you go. And same as before, you want to see a nice sort of smooth velvet consistency to it. Once we return with the most important ingredient here, we're just going to put, again, a little bit of topping, the whipped cream on there. Reserve some of your cinnamon, which you should have more than just a half teaspoon available for you, but a little sprinkle of that on top just for a garnish. And then for our add-on razzle dazzle here, we're going to go with a mini cinnamon bun. We're all out of skewers at the office, so we are using a glass mellow drip stir stick for ours. There'll be a link to all products used in this video at the bottom of it. Don't trust me and my bad judgment on names. And then, once you've got that set, you have got a delicious white hot chocolate cinnamon bun. All right, so now for the most important part to this, the taste test. We'll see, does this live up to Christmas morning expectations? Now, bottoms up. That is decadent. And feel free to have yourself a little treat with it as well. Thanks for watching. All items will be linked below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And happy holidays.